Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you guys here. Oh man, it has been a crazy couple of days. But yeah, I'm feeling slightly a little bit better. Slightly well enough to get up on here and just kind of like give everyone an update what's going on with the whole issue with Visible. Yeah, so shout out to the channel members. Appreciate you guys. And I do apologize that it's been a couple of days. Oh man, the last couple of days I've just been feeling out of it. So yeah, hopefully you guys forgive me for that. And I know it's late, totally late right now to be doing my live streams, but I figure mostly everyone will catch the replay, so that's number one. And you know, get a little bit of insight as to like what's happening with Visible service. So currently, right now, my account was reinstated. However, they're still quote unquote working on the credits. So I chatted it up with another rep. Told them that if they want proof, I have screenshots. I have screenshots where the metadata will tell you guys when I took screenshots, and they can see that the amount of credit that I had, which was a screenshot I took in February of my Visible account page on my phone, and it shows the amount of credit that I had, and they can identify it's my account from the last 4 digits of my debit card that's on file with them to pay the bill. So they're still working on that. They haven't given me back my credit yet. The account is back. My phone number is back. Except now that I'm dealing with a different problem with Visible, and that is that they reinstated my account and they emailed me and they're like, your account is active again. Your number is active again. Yet can't make a phone call. If I make a phone call, the call drops. When I try to run a speed test to test data connectivity, it gives me an error. So I can't connect to the data. Yet for some divine reason, text messaging works. So I can send a text message from the number and I can receive a text message to the number, but yet calls and data is not working. So after chatting it up with 5 different reps from Visible trying to figure all this mess out, it looks like that their reinstatement of my account, well, what's up, Baby Yoda? It seems like the reinstatement of my account is completely like messed up, like something glitched or whatever, so they had to send it up to tier 3 tech support. What up, Jose? And I'm like, okay, that's great. So now what are we looking at? They're like, oh, we're looking at a 3-day turnaround, so they'll work on it and you should get an email within 3 days. I'm like, oh, good. No, I have the total wireless line. Now Carlos put a total wireless line with me, so I have that. But yeah, Visible is BS. It is. This is one of those things where I'm gonna say this, you know, and if Visible catches wind of this, that would so totally be cool. I know that they want to do things through the app, so they have like chat reps through the app, everything like that. Yo, what's up, Mill Hustles? Visible, yeah. But what they actually really need is they do really need, like, if they have like a tier 2 tech support and a tier 3 tech support, maybe tier 3 tech support should reach out to the customer via a different number. You know what I mean? That's where I feel like that, you know, Visible needs to kind of like, that's a hole in Visible that they need to fulfill this. They need to, you know, this is next level effery. You know what I mean? Yes, I still have the email from you know, someone who watched my other live stream and emailed me an email address to, I guess, get like, you know, like faster help or whatever. But it still begs the question, when you have problems like this, you know, it kind of helped with your customer retention when you actually have a live person to get on the phone and talk to them. You know what I mean? Because I mean, they, one, the empathy that can be given to calm the customer down is there, right? Because they can hear a live person talk to them and feel like that person actually does give a crap about the problem. You know what I mean? So it kind of like the tension levels kind of drop. See, one of the things that like really builds to a lot of customers that get pissed off with Visible is that they have no person to actually talk to, like hear a voice, hear any type of empathy. No one's building rapport with them, those types of things, right? And so that builds levels of anxiety, like a layer cake, just levels of anxiety until that cake just flops over. And that's one of the experiences that I can see from a lot of former Visible customers, why they left Visible. And one of the things that they really disliked about Visible was for that very reason. It's while it protects your customer care rep from verbal abuse, it also makes for a really bad customer experience. You know what I mean? So that's just like that's one area that I think that Visible should really consider. You know what I mean? They already have the chat reps. They already have somebody who sits on the computer that chats it up with you, and that's fine. That's totally fine. If you want that for basic customer service experience, that's fine. But when the customer's having issues like this, you know what I mean? Because I've heard the horror stories. So I'm literally expecting to not have my actual service working properly for like a week or two. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have reported that when they've had failed activations, failed number ports, they go like a week or two without even getting the service. And then what does that mean that Visible is going to do, right? So when I plead my case with Visible to say, hey, I had $240 of credit before you guys canceled my account without my permission. Now what? I mean, is the leverage on my side now when all this mess is dealt with and then it's over and done with? Are they just going to be like, okay? Because even if they were to argue the point, I got the proof that I have it. But there's more. Straight Talk has been on BS also. People with hundreds and thousands of reward points are losing them for no reason. Yeah, I kind of like, someone kept telling me that. Someone was like, maybe Visible didn't make a mistake. Maybe they got tired because you haven't paid money to them for a bill since 2019. And I'm like, yeah, that does kind of make sense. If they wanted to, because of like all the credit that I built, like I said, when I tested the line for Visible, and I kept the line after the month that they gave me was up. I continued to promote Visible on my channel and with the referral link that I always place in the description. It's still there till today. It's like I made like almost $500 in credit. $500 in $20 credit, right? And I mean, this is I don't know. I find that crazy. Hang on. Let's check this out real quick. All right, so let's say it was like 520. Oh, jeez. That means that I got 26 customers referred. The amount of credit that I built up divided by the amount of credit that's applied meant that I had 26 people had used my referral credits. That's 26 people that was added to Visible because they watched the video of mine about Visible, they liked what they heard, and they decided to come over, right? And I had the screenshot that I have that shows my account information that I can email to them to show them that I had all this credit, and that it was the screenshot was taken in February of 2021, and it showed $280 left in credit. Now I told them before my account was accidentally canceled, I had $240 in credit. So I'm being straight up with them. I could just be like, I had 280. I got proof and show them that. But I don't like to be played around and have my toe jerked. So I'm not going to jerk anybody else's chain. I just want my 240 back. I want my my line active. And yeah, once that credit runs out, the number one question that people may ask, are you going to keep your visible line active? No, I have no intentions to. I just wanted to use the service because the service is okay for, Verizon, but I wanted to use the services until all my credit ran out and then either give the line to somebody else, or, to like one of my kids, or just completely leave it off. But this is bad. This is what a lot of angry visible customers feel. They feel like this, like you guys don't know what you're doing, or you lack the manpower to get things done. Because a 3-day turnaround just to fix an activation that failed on their end. That failed. Because I can grab the phone that has the visible line. I could dial pound 832 and hit dial, and it's gonna tell me my test call was successful. But when I try to make a phone call, as soon as I dial the number and I hit send to make the call, it goes to the call screen that you're supposed to have a timer that tells you, how long you've been on the call, but then it drops. Try to connect it to data, doing a speed test tells me error. Check my internet. And it was crazy because while the person was filling out a trouble ticket for tier 3 tech support to handle, the person had me dial 5 different numbers. They just told me, like, dial five numbers from your contact list and then provide those numbers. I'm like, okay, that seems kind of weird. So I dialed the numbers of the other lines that I have, and I gave them 5 numbers, and they were like, okay. They're like, the reason for this is because we needed to do a call trace to find out what's going on. But it seems like that the activation was done improperly, which I can respect the rep for being upfront with me. Usually they're not allowed to admit that type of stuff. They can't admit that they're fallible because they feel like if you admit that you're fallible to your customer will leave. But this rep was just being straight with me, and I could appreciate that. Obviously, they can see how much the person worked on the account because I gave them the backstory as to why all this is happening and told them about, my account being canceled without my permission and all this other crap happened. But the person knew because there's notes on the account. So at least I can say this. I can validate visible chat reps So lots of people know what TikTok is, right? And Instagram has a very similar concept on their platform called Reels. And so one day I decided to do what's called a remix. Because like before, I think like before, like it was like almost 2 weeks ago, when you posted a reel on Instagram, which is like, you know, a 59-second clip or a 30-second clip, you know, whether it's funny, whether it's an inspirational quote, whether it's, you know, dancing, whatever, right? Like you can post those things. It's little shorts. It's like shorts here, right? You can post those things on Instagram. It's totally fine, right? But about almost 2 weeks ago, Instagram added a new feature to Instagram Reels. It's called Remix, where a creator can, you know, attach their video to somebody else's reel, or do like a reaction to someone's reel. It's mostly reactions. They don't have a lot of format yet to play around with the remix. So I watched this one Instagram reel, and it was a video of a dog and a seal, their interaction, but it had audio dub over it, and the audio dub was an audio bite that was comical between a character named Tony and a character named Ezekiel, and a lot of F-bombs being dropped. It was funny, and I decided to do a remix reaction to it on Instagram Reel. Not even thinking, because you know what, like I mostly talk about tech here on YouTube, and so on Instagram I was kind of doing the same thing with IGTV. Well, that remix that I did has gone viral on Instagram. For someone like me, okay, I got less than 1,000 followers on Instagram. I think I got like, right now, I got 527 followers on Instagram. About a week ago, I had 342 or 341. From last week till now, like that remix went viral, and then it opened up people to find my Instagram account, and I did a lot of other different remixes too, and it's all reactions, and so now those are starting to get viral. Like the first one that I did, right now I think it's like at 290 something thousand views, almost 300,000 views, and then all my other ones are starting to hit because I'm getting a lot of notifications on Instagram, like your reel just got 2,000 views, or your reel just got over 500 views, and people are following me on Instagram, and I'm like, well, damn, you know, because I like taking pictures of my pixels. I like talking about photography on them. I like talking about phones. I like taking some of my videos that I post here on YouTube and post those on IGTV, and it's like, no one really gave a crap about my tech stuff on Instagram, but they like this reaction to comical reels, and it's just like, so like my Instagram is like kind of, you know, doing good for something that I'm not really even into. So I'm just like, has anyone ever had something like that happen to them, where they fell across what's called dumb luck? Bodyguard says, I purchased an S21 5G off Google Fi for $399 in hopes of switching to Visible after my 120 days are up with Fi. Cool. Yeah, because devices from Fi are unlocked. They're not locked down. You know, you don't have to request unlockage, and that's cool. If Verizon works good in your area, Bodyguard, you should have no problem with Visible. Just understand that your priority access on the Verizon network is going to be less than Total Wireless. Like Total Wireless has a higher priority access to Verizon's network. And then of course you get like Verizon postpaid, Verizon business accounts. Like those priority levels are pretty high. So Visible is like very very low priority to the network. But if Verizon is good in your area, then you should experience decent coverage. It's just absolutely so totally weird how Visible is, and it's so sad. I'm pretty sure Visible probably has me on their radar with these last couple of things I talked about them. I'm pretty sure I'm on their radar now as like someone that they're not gonna work with anymore. You know, but I gotta call it like it is. I gotta tell the truth on these things. I gotta be straight out with people. So, but anyways, yeah. So like the whole the whole Instagram thing was just so crazy, blowing up on Instagram, and not like blowing up like hitting millions of views, man. I mean that would like extreme, Hiroshima like exploding type blow up. No, but for me this is because like. I mean, on YouTube, I talk about tech. You know what I mean? And there is an area for that here on YouTube, and there's those that actually like my videos and like my live streams and what I talk about, And so yeah, here I have like 11,000 plus subscribers, and that's cool. You know what I mean? For me, that's like a huge accomplishment for someone that I feel like that my personality is not very. You know what I mean? Like, if I wanted to do anything else here on YouTube, I feel like I wouldn't even, I wouldn't even get past 100 subscribers because of my. Now I know my personality could be a little rough, and sometimes it could be a little blah. You know what I mean? And really, honestly, that just contributes to a lot of personal factors in my life. But yeah, on other social platforms, I do like on Twitter because those people that follow me here on YouTube end up following me on Twitter to interact with me outside of the YouTube space. And so like on YouTube, I got like I think it's like 500 followers on Twitter, and then now on Instagram I got like over 500 followers on Instagram. So wow. But for doing something that I really don't have like a super interest in, so right now it was funny because I was telling my older sister about it, and she was just like, "Oh, well, keep making those and see how far it goes." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And then she's like, "Yeah," and then maybe you'll attract a fan base on Instagram for your tech stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know if I want to do tech on Instagram because I'm doing it here on YouTube. I can probably do something else on Instagram, because I like making content. I really do. I know in the last year, it's been very seldom that I make like a video. But I actually do enjoy it. It is therapeutic for me to do it. Actually, as a matter of fact, to be honest with you guys, like that's what calms a lot of my anxiety and stuff like that. Is when I create videos. I really enjoy doing that. So, slowly getting back into the groove of doing it. Last couple of days wasn't feeling all that great. Kind of like, when your body's like super exhausted, you feel like you're sick, but you're not sick. You just feel superly exhausted. I mean, at 4:15 this afternoon, I didn't even know I passed out asleep on my bed. I know I slept now because my daughter came into the room to see if I wanted to watch a movie with them, and she opened the door and she was just like, "Dad," and I opened my eyes. I'm like, "Holy crap! I slept, and I had slept for 3 hours." And the other night I was supposed to live stream, and I just ended up falling asleep and slept till like I think I woke up like at 4 a.m. And then I couldn't go back to sleep. And I was like, but I felt reinvigorated. I felt, rejuvenated. And I was just like, oh, okay, So, yeah. I don't know what I'm going to talk about tomorrow morning. I'm going to go live again tomorrow morning. Maybe I'm just going to like talk about the YouTube tech space, how it was before and what it is right now, at least how I feel about it right now. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about that. It's an open discussion tomorrow, so nothing in particular. The final thing that I will leave you guys with before I hop off here in the next 3 minutes. So there's rumors circulating that the Pixel 6 could be unveiled at Google I/O or could be launching at Google I/O. And I'm starting to see this. Have any of you guys seen this? Like on different websites that have tech news. Has anyone else seen this? That there's like this rumor that's going around that's saying that the Pixel 6 is looking to launch in at Google I/O this year, which is in 17 days. I am excited for it. In 17 days, I'll be attending I/O virtually, so I'll be definitely ready for that. if they're launching the Pixel 6 this early in the year, if they launched the Pixel 6 this early in the year, I honestly feel like, to me, that would actually be a good shift for them to launch their Pixel in the beginning of the year instead of towards the end of the year, because then they will take advantage of the current. Well, see, they're making their own chipsets no more, so now it's not, now it's not even a thing to tell them like, oh, well, if they launch it earlier in the year, they can take advantage of Qualcomm's chip and not, put out a phone that's going to use Qualcomm's chip, but that chip being outdated as the next 800 series chip comes out like a month or two after the Pixels come out. Like, it won't fall into that dreaded thing, but it doesn't matter because Google is using their own chip. The Project Whitechapel, which the chip model number is GS101, will be in Pixel 6s, and going forward, future Pixel devices. So, yeah, I was waiting for your live stream that night, only to find out when you posted about oversleeping. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. We'll do this tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, do a live stream. Actually, what I want to talk about is all the different things that Google has done in the past year that either has been a plus or a down. And we'll talk about that because Google has made some really dumb decisions throughout the year. They've also made some pretty good decisions. And we'll kind of talk about that. If I find update news on the Pixel 5a, we'll talk about that. And I'm going to scratch deeper into this and find out, like, how good are these sources that are saying that the Pixel 6 is going to launch at Google I/O this year? Because that'd be crazy. Pixel 6 launches in May of 2021. Pixel 5a released June 11th. According to what people are saying now, June 11th is the date that it's going to release, which is going to be like almost a month after. Who knows? But if it's releasing on June 11th, what I think that they might do is they might actually be announcing the Pixel 5a and then, tell you when the pre-order date is and then when the product ship dates, which is going to be, if it's June 11th. I'm still seeing things that says that the 5a will be unveiled in August. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. All I know is that the Cluster F that happened last year for Google with its Pixel lineup, to me, was probably a blessing in disguise because it gives Google the chance to restructure and reconfigure their device release dates. Like, need to release their Pixel phone around the same time that the new iPhones come out. Like, September is Apple's month. That's when they unveil the new iPhone and some new products with them, right? What's up, Jason? What's going on, man? I'm glad to have you here. So that's when they do that, and then you have right after that in October, then you have the Made by Google event. Why not shift it? You know what I mean? Like, the Made by Google event can really talk about, like, they can really break it up, and that event could be more for just like smart home products. Maybe a new Pixel book, if they're gonna actually do anything more with Pixel books, that could be then. And I/O, I know it's a developer conference, but that could be like the launch of the Pixel flagship. This gives them a chance to restructure and redo their scheduling for device releases and stuff like that. Because you got like Samsung that releases the Galaxy S in spring, right? You got other different OEM companies that release their high mid-rangers and flagships around the springtime leading into summer. And then, fall, the new iPhones come out. I don't think Google really needs to be on that same page of releasing a new phone in fall. That's just me. So we will talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night right now. I had to hop on here just give you guys an update on the next level effery that Visible's doing to me, and I will keep you guys up to date for my experiences of what I'm going through with Visible. And right there, that way. I gotta remember how this camera goes. That way. So that is my user tag for Instagram and Twitter. You guys can follow me on there if you guys want to. Yeah, you guys may see the link below. That if you guys want to do a one-time monetary donation, you can do it there, right there, Cash App. It's up there for you guys. Those in the replay crew, hashtag Visible. I'll take that from Mill Hustles, right? So yeah, Visible. So the bull, B-U-L-L, right? So B-I-S-I-B-U-L-L. Visible. For all the stuff that they're going through. Jason says, I agree with you. Google has to get away from the iPhone launch. Yes, they do. I feel that way. And it'll give Google more of a chance to really kind of get people interested in Pixel phones. Because when you release a Pixel phone the same time that the iPhones come out, it's, you know, sorry to the big G company, but the iPhone's event is always going to overshadow the Pixel event. Because there's a lot of people that love Apple products and they love the iPhone. And when you know, Apple's been doing it for years. So when they release a new phone, publications everywhere is just hell bent and hung up on getting first looks, 2-week reviews, 1 month reviews, you know, month and a half reviews, final review, 2 month later reviews. You know, they're doing these reviews on these new iPhones, and it's gonna overshadow Pixels. So Pixels need to launch at a relatively good distance time away from Apple. You know what I mean? And people kind of question them, well, how would Pixels launch if Samsung pretty much has the springtime and Apple has the fall time? I don't know, maybe it's summertime. Maybe Pixels was destined to be the summer fun. Who knows? Who knows? But anyways, guys, I do want to thank you guys for hanging out with me for this little bit tonight. Appreciate y'all for being here. Jason C, Maverick, Jose, Mel Hustles, Bodyguard. Thank you guys for popping in here and hanging out. Really, really appreciate it. Baby Yoda, thanks for popping in through. Really appreciate you guys. Linked in the description for information and stuff like that. If you guys want to join my Reddit community, I created one. And yeah, if you catch the replay, hashtag this, visible. So let me know that you guys watched the replay up to this point. I'm going to jam out and watch a movie with my kiddos. They're waiting for me. So all of y'all, take it easy, stay blessed, stay safe out there. I love you guys very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.